The sun was setting on a remote island off the Pacific, casting long shadows over a landscape untouched by modern civilization. G.I. Joe, an elite team of soldiers known worldwide for their valor and strategic acumen, had been assigned a mission of utmost importance. Intelligence reports had indicated the presence of a secretive ninja organization on the island, posing a threat to global security. As the team prepared to disembark from their helicopter, each member understood the gravity of the mission ahead. The island's dense jungle was a natural labyrinth, designed to protect its secretive inhabitants. As the Joes moved with precision, they were acutely aware of the eyes watching them from the shadows. The ninjas, masters of stealth, had been expecting them. This was no ordinary encounter. It was a clash of titans, each side driven by a sense of duty and honor. The air was thick with tension, every rustle of leaves a potential ambush. The first signs of the ninja presence were subtle. A footprint here, a broken branch there, silent indicators that the enemy was near. The Joes, ever vigilant, moved in formation, their senses heightened. They knew that the ninjas thrived in environments like these, where they could disappear and reappear at will. The jungle was alive with the sounds of nature, but to the trained ear, there was something more, a silent symphony of an impending confrontation. As night fell, the jungle transformed into an enigmatic expanse where shadows danced eerily. The Joes were on high alert, every nerve on edge. They knew that the cover of darkness was when their adversaries would strike. The mission was clear: engage the ninjas and neutralize their threat. However, underestimating these shadow warriors would be a grave mistake. The island was not just a battleground, it was a chessboard, each move calculated, each step potentially the last. Leading the G.I. Joe team was Duke, a seasoned commander known for his tactical brilliance and unwavering courage. His leadership had been tested in numerous battles, but this mission was different. The opponent was not just skilled, but legendary. Alongside him was Scarlet, a master of espionage and hand-to-hand combat. Her keen intelligence and agility made her a formidable force on the battlefield. Each Joe had their unique skills, honed to perfection, ready to face whatever danger lay ahead. On the opposing side was the enigmatic ninja leader known only as Shadow Strike. His presence was felt, rather than seen, commanding his warriors with silent gestures. Shadow Strike was a ghost in the night, his reputation built on whispers and legends. His second-in-command, Viper, was equally feared. A master of disguise, Viper could blend into any environment, his cunning rivaling that of a fox. Together, they orchestrated their defenses with precision, confident in their abilities. The ninjas were an enigma, their identities hidden behind masks, their movements fluid and silent. Each warrior was a master of their craft, trained in the ancient art of ninjutsu. They moved like the wind, their presence felt but not seen. To them, the jungle was not an obstacle, but an ally. They could vanish into the foliage, reappearing where least expected, their stealth unmatched. As the Joes advanced, they could sense the aura of their adversaries. It was a game of cat and mouse, each side testing the other's weaknesses. The ninjas, though outnumbered, had the advantage of the terrain. They were like whispers in the wind, seen only when they wished to be. Yet the Joes were undeterred, their resolve as strong as steel. They were not just fighting for victory, but for the protection of the world. The first confrontation occurred near a waterfall, its thundering sound masking the approach of the ninjas. Duke signaled his team to halt, his instincts warning him of danger. The ambush was swift, ninjas descending from the trees like shadows come to life. The Joes, however, were ready. Blades clashed with steel, the air filled with the sounds of combat as the two forces collided in a dance of death. Scarlet found herself face to face with Viper, the ninja's eyes gleaming with malice behind his mask. Their duel was a testament to their skills, each movement a calculated strike. Scarlet's agility was matched by Viper's cunning, their battle a blur of motion. Nearby, Duke engaged Shadow Strike, their clash echoing through the jungle. It was a battle of wills, neither willing to yield, each determined to outlast the other. The ninjas used the environment to their advantage, disappearing into the mist only to reappear behind their foes. Yet, the Joes were prepared, using teamwork and communication to counter the ninjas' guerrilla tactics. Roadblock, the team's heavy weapons specialist, provided cover fire, his presence a bulwark against the stealthy attacks. His booming voice and unyielding strength gave the Joes a much-needed morale boost. As the battle raged on, it became clear that both sides were evenly matched. Strategies shifted, with each team trying to outthink the other. The Joes relied on their advanced technology and teamwork, while the ninjas capitalized on their stealth and knowledge of the terrain. It was a test of endurance, each side pushing the other to their limits, neither willing to concede defeat. The climax of the battle came at the heart of the island, where ancient ruins stood as silent witnesses to the epic confrontation. The moon bathed the scene in an eerie glow, casting long shadows over the battlefield. It was here that the final showdown would take place, a moment that would decide the fate of the mission. Duke and Shadowstrike faced each other, their eyes locked in a silent challenge. It was a duel that transcended words, a battle of honor and skill. The ruins provided a dramatic backdrop, their ancient stones vibrating with the intensity of the fight. Scarlet and Viper continued their fierce duel nearby, their moves precise and deadly. Each warrior was a testament to their training, their skills honed to perfection. The air was charged with energy, the sounds of battle reverberating through the night. The stakes were high, with the outcome uncertain. As the battle reached its peak, a sudden silence fell over the ruins. Duke and Shadowstrike circled each other, their senses attuned to every nuance of the fight. It was a dance of warriors, each move deliberate, each strike a potential endgame. The tension was palpable, the air thick with anticipation. Both leaders knew that this was the moment that would define their legacies. In the end, it was not just skill or strength that determined the victor, but the unwavering resolve of the G.I. Joe team. Together, they outmaneuvered their opponents, their unity a force that even the greatest of ninjas could not break. The battle ended with a profound sense of respect between the two sides, each recognizing the other's prowess. As the first light of dawn broke over the island, the Joes stood victorious, their mission accomplished. The ninjas, though defeated, faded into the shadows, their legacy preserved in the tales of an epic showdown.